Amy Roloff's house caught fire and was completely destroyed. I will explain everything. Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today, we have a deeply emotional and shocking story to share. It's a story that has left fans of the Roloff family heartbroken, and it's one that no one could have seen coming. This is about Amy Roloff, a beloved star of the hit show Little People, Big World, and the devastating tragedy that struck her life. A tragic fire, completely destroyed her home. For years, Amy Roloff's home has been a symbol of warmth, love, and resilience. It's been the place where she raised her family, made countless memories, and experienced the highs and lows that have shaped her journey as a mother, businesswoman, and television personality. But that all changed in an instant. Today, we are here to talk about how Amy's home was tragically caught in a fire that left nothing but devastation behind. On 31 March, reports broke that Amy Roloff's house, located in the heart of Oregon, was engulfed in flames. The fire, which reportedly started in the early hours of the morning, quickly spread and left no part of the house untouched. It wasn't just a house that was lost that day, it was years of memories, hard work, and the place that Amy called home for so long. While Amy has remained strong through her challenges, this fire was one of the hardest moments of her life. Losing everything in an instant is something no one can truly prepare for. The fire not only destroyed her home, but also caused emotional anguish for Amy, her family, and the thousands of fans who had followed her journey for years. Let's take a moment to remember just how much Amy's house meant to her. From the moments of joy and celebration to the quieter, peaceful times when she simply enjoyed the beauty of her surroundings. This home wasn't just a building. It was a testament to her perseverance, her determination to build a life full of love and happiness despite the challenges she faced. Firefighters worked tirelessly to contain the flames, but despite their best efforts, the damage was overwhelming. The house, which had been a focal point for many years of Little People, Big World, was beyond repair. The fire completely wiped out everything inside her personal belongings, cherished items, and so many memories that no one can replace. In her first statement after the tragedy, Amy shared her devastation, but also her deep gratitude for the love and support that she's received from her fans and friends. She explained how hard it has been to process the loss, but also expressed her determination to rebuild not just her home, but her spirit. "It's going to take time," Amy said, "but with the love of my family and the support of so many, I know I will get through this." Through this tragedy, Amy has once again shown the strength and courage that made her a role model to so many. She's not just a reality star, but a mother, a friend, and a warrior. She has faced so much in her life. But this fire is something that has shaken her to her core. But as Amy always says, life isn't about how many times you fall, it's about how you rise. She's already taken steps to rebuild her life, both physically and emotionally. And with the support of her family and fans, she knows that the road ahead, while challenging, is one she can walk with strength. Amy is one of the strongest people I know. She has been through so much, and this fire is just another obstacle that she's going to overcome. I've seen her face hard times before, and every time she comes out on the other side stronger. I have no doubt she will rebuild, and she will continue to inspire so many people along the way. In the wake of the disaster, the community has come together to support Amy in every way possible. From financial contributions to offers of help with rebuilding, the outpouring of love has been overwhelming. It's heartwarming to see how many people care about Amy and her family, and how much they are willing to do to help them through this time of hardship. People from all over the world have reached out, offering their prayers, donations, and encouragement. This support is a testament to the impact Amy has had on so many lives over the years. Through her reality show, her book, and her social media presence, she has touched the hearts of millions, and now, it's time for all of us to give back. I want to thank each and every one of you who has reached out to me. Your kindness and support mean the world to me and my family. Yes, we've lost a lot, but we're not giving up. We're stronger than ever, and together, we'll rebuild one step at a time. Thank you for being part of this journey with me. As we close this video, we want to remind all of you that while this tragedy has been heartbreaking, Amy's resilience is something to be admired. She has faced countless challenges in her life, and this is just another chapter in her incredible journey. Her story isn't over, it's just beginning again. Together with her family and community, she will rise from the ashes, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for her. More update. Amy Roloff share his bad health life. I will explain everything. Never miss this video. Hello viewers, I am Ria. Welcome to our new video. After her trip in Michigan, Little People Big World star Amy Roloff took to social media to share her heartfelt thoughts and feelings. She publicly disclosed her workout program, which helped her maintain a healthy and active lifestyle and garner attention online. Now that she's back in Oregon, Roloff has been noticeably quiet about her husband, Chris Marek. Despite her prior outspokenness about how much she values their reunion, she is now silent. It was very important for Roloff to thank her spouse for the wonderful experiences they shared in Michigan. Although Chris returned home before Amy did owing to work commitments, the two nonetheless made the most of the places they had both wanted to visit. Taking advantage of the sunny weather, Roloff posted photos of herself and her dog on a morning stroll in Hillsboro, Oregon. Wearing a tank top, which was a little different from her typical wardrobe, she went for a walk with her pet Daisy May. She described it as a pragmatic approach to dealing with the oppressive heat, adding that it will likely worsen in the days to come. Even though it's scorching outside, despite the heat's effects, such as her face burning red from too much sun, she is steadfast in her daily regimen. Roloff, ever the fighter, bounced back quickly from a mishap that occurred on her vacation in Michigan. One slip and fall off a short wooden retaining wall, as a consequence of avoiding bees that were agitated by gardening. My lips became enlarged. Much to the relief of her fans, recent excerpts from her daily stroll no longer depict any indications of the incident. Roloff's encouraging social media posts keep her fans interested, and many can't wait for October to see her and Chris Marek perform at the Roloff Farms Pumpkin Season event. Was it careless how Amy Roloff handled the grandkids? For to which fresh trouble has been made. The news devastated the children of Tori and Rahim. Let me break it all down for you. Surprisingly, few people were unhappy when Little People Big World showed a sequence involving Amy Roloff. Along with Tori, Amy Roloff, Zach, and Chris Marek, Jackson, and Lila were also present in the video. Maybe Team Amy spared grandmother some trouble. Maybe it's because she isn't getting into such a heated argument with Matt that her fans allow her to unleash a barrage of abuse. There would have been whole snark pages devoted to bashing the young mom if Tori had acted in the way she did. What transpired then? Many were wary of Chris Marek when they first met him, according to TLC fans. Fans have been mentioning how he makes people feel strange in social media comments since last season. Now that people see how nicely he and Amy complement each other as a married couple, such remarks go away. He began to show followers that he is considerate, sympathetic, and caring after he began a quasi-bromance with Matt. The fact that he purchased a bike that was just the right size for Jackson was much admired by the community. Viewers of the Little People Big World preview were ecstatic when they saw Jackson figuring out how to ride his bike. Fans loved Jackson and Lila in practically every scene. The fact that Jackson appears to have difficulty walking due to his bent legs is really the only gripe most people have with him. A few people are worried that Zach and Tori aren't giving it their all. Actually, there are others who believe that Jackson will soon have major surgery to address his skeletal issues. However, he became an expert rider in no time. At that point, Amy may have acted irresponsibly. Zach got all worked up about how Jackson Roloff should wear his helmet when Chris Marek gave him his bike. Plus, the vast majority of admirers thought that was a positive development. Still, Amy skipped the helmet altogether when she got on her little bike and rode off, and there was absolutely none discussion about safety on Instagram. The audience for Little People Big World had a golden chance to shame Amy Roloff if not for her own protection, then to set a bad example for Jackson. Adults aren't legally required to wear helmets when cycling, but doing so could cause insurance problems down the road. Maybe others feel the need to be critical and snarky by pointing out that Amy should have worn a helmet. The obnoxiousness of social media trolling may finally sink in for those paranoid computer warriors who are always finding fault with Tori's parenting. In front of Jackson, little people, big world star Amy rode her bike without a helmet. What are your thoughts on this? Indeed, Zach was rather diligent in instructing his son to wear one. Is it careless to instruct a kid on safety measures then ignore them when dealing with adults? Is the fact that Tori was the only one whose supporters didn't criticize Amy for it an instance of selective trolling? Post a comment telling us. A disturbing update was made today. Why does marital dispute cause Amy Roloff tears up? Let me break it all down for you. This video is a must-watch. In an emotional opening, Amy Roloff revealed how a horrific event from her youth has impacted her marriage to Chris Marek. Amy Roloff and her husband Chris, who is 60 years old, had a heated argument about planting their new garden on the most recent episode of Little People Big World. I thought it was clear, Chris says to his wife as they debate the idea. No, don't assume that, Amy says in response. My understanding was hazy. While gesturing toward the spot where her garden will eventually be located, she says, we're looking at this differently, and words and comprehension is different. Amy lashed back at him, saying, well, just be patient, as he attempted to de-escalate the disagreement. Who cares if I fail to grasp it? According to Chris' confession, he feels that he is expressing everything clearly and coherently. We don't need to argue, though Amy's lack of understanding does make me a bit frustrated at times. Chris exacerbates the situation by constantly reminding his wife of how much he needs to explain. While at the garden location, Amy says, see, we can still work together, babe. Marek responds, I just have to hammer it out. According to Amy, you can't think about it like that. Adding, don't get so offended, Chris explains, that's a business term, it's an expression. I am sensitive to that, you're right, Amy said. I attribute it, in large part, to my lifelong efforts to control how others perceive me. She continued, because it only takes one small slip-up and bam, you're out. At the time of her personal confession, even while Chris means well, Amy admits that his words come out as, what are you doing? Additionally, the reality star admitted that she tends to be too sensitive due to her upbringing, in which she strived to conform to the expectations of others. I am fully aware that such factors undoubtedly entered my marriage to Matt. We had that little bit over time. There were a lot of times when I didn't feel as supported or encouraged. Deflated, you may say. During their subsequent dispute, Chris confesses that he had to encourage Amy to open up about certain things when they were first dating. I believe a portion of me battled internally, Amy says, interjecting. That he would bolt out the door was another source of anxiety for me. The cameras then pan to Amy, who is visibly emotional as she recalls her childhood memories. Some parts take me all the way back to my youth. It makes me happy that he believes I'm competent enough, she states. More than good enough, Chris murmurs to his wife. Amy Roloff and Chris Marek hit the beach to make lasting memories together. Amy Roloff, matriarch of Little People, Big World, and Chris Marek, her husband, are basking in the sunshine and creating memories as a family. Amy and Chris departed from Oregon over the weekend with the intention of spending time with loved ones at a seaside location. In an Instagram post, Amy included a photo carousel including Chris, as well as other friends, family, and acquaintances. Amy failed to specify where she and Chris were basking in the sun, but the images she shared suggested they were near a beach. Amy posted a selfie of Chris and herself on the first slide of her Instagram post, with the ocean and a lengthy pier in the backdrop. Based on what Amy and Chris are wearing and the number of swimmers in the pool, it seems like they are somewhere warm, maybe even down south. Chris and Amy seemed happy and healthy as they soaked up the sun. On the second slide, we see the happy couple posing for a cute outside photo with Amy's nephew and his fiancée. The third and last photo was taken by Amy, who took another selfie. Behind her, 7 of their pals were seated, and they were all smiling for the group image. Took a break to enjoy some sunshine and spend time with wonderful friends, my nephew and his fiancée. Amy said as the caption to her Instagram image, "Woohoo! Enjoyable experience creating cherished memories." After the post went viral with over 10,000 likes, many of Amy's 1.5 million Instagram followers took to the platform to express their joy at seeing her and Chris so obviously happy. Audrey and Isabel Roloff, who are Amy's daughters-in-law, both contributed remarks. Audrey, who is married to Jeremy, Amy's son, said, "Fun," and Isabel, who is married to Jacob, Amy's other son, noted, "Looks nice." Amy, rejoice. "It looks great on ya both," one of Amy's admirers said, while another gushed about her husband, Chris, writing, "Chris is a gem. So relieved you're in it together." A fan even speculated that Amy and Chris might be in Cocoa Beach, Florida, among others who attempted to guess their whereabouts. In August of 2021, Amy and Chris tied the knot, and since then, they have been extremely happy married. After struggling to secure a location owing to the backlog of weddings following the height of the coronavirus outbreak, the happy couple decided to tie the knot at Roloff Farms. Despite Amy's initial reluctance, she finally warmed up to the idea after Chris did some convincing. The fact that Amy's ex-husband, Matt Roloff, proposed the idea of getting married on the farm only made things worse for her. A memorable ceremony attended by 146 of Amy and Chris' closest friends and family members celebrated their union despite Amy's initial apprehension. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.